Welcome back, everybody, to episode 8 of the podcast. I'm Eric, and I'm ready to rock.
And I'm Garrett, and I'm ready to roll. This is the PreWork Fix. Hello, everybody. I'm going to start you off with a little quote, okay, to explain my thing with this podcast and the video situation. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Now, here's the thing that's slightly we're deviating from the quote. First try, okay. There's 3 tries in that statement. We're on the 4th try now, but it's not going to be a 4th try if it works, right? It'll just be a work.
Hopefully.
But anyways, we're trying it for the 4th time, but this time I know it'll work, okay?
Okay.
Do I, though?
No.
Can I confirm? I don't know. We're just going to hope.
We're not going to confirm it, but Crocs are confirmed.
Crocs confirmed.
Yeah, a little throwback to good times.
Yeah, just so everybody knows, to explain that and not just leave that up in the air. There was a day where a man was born. His name was Garrett Hickey, and 23 years later, he put on Crocs. Well, maybe had a few too many beers, and he wanted to walk with Wegmans with his bros. And for some reason, he required to get to Wegmans sooner than the others. So he thought, can I sprint in these Crocs? Yeah, confirmed. You can sprint in Crocs.
It was confirmed.
Yeah, Crocs confirmed. It was like 1:30 in the morning. Crocs confirmed. Let's go get sushi. That was good.
Nothing like some 1 a.m. sushi with the boys from Wegmans.
Oh, dude. Crocs
Classic.
confirmed. I miss summer a little bit.
Yeah.
Today is beautiful, though.
It is beautiful. Beautiful day. But let's
just jump right into it, guys. All right. No, but when I am at like a party or anything like that, there's always music playing. And
Right.
I like to listen to music that's kind of like pumping me up a little bit. You know, especially when I'm going and drinking and stuff. So at the same time, in the morning, before work, on my commute, music matters a lot because it makes me get into the right mood.
Facts.
Now, today I'd like to ask Rick, what music would you say is best as the pre-work mix there, right? What's the best genre to listen to before work, other than this podcast, of course?
Yeah, I mean, on the way to work, you should be listening to the PreWork Fix podcast, but that's only once a week, so it'd be a little weird if you listen to it 5 times every day.
I mean, I don't mind.
Yeah, we don't mind. Do it if you want, but throw in some music in there. So, as we can probably tell from a couple weeks ago when we did the top 5 Spotify, all my top 5 songs were country. So, that's it, man. Yeah, I listen to country on the way to work. Especially, I don't have like an aux in my car. So I have to listen to like the actual radio. So I listen to country radio. Big D and Bubba in the morning. What's up, boys?
I mean, maybe you could just put like a lift kit in your radio. Maybe it would have an aux cord.
I could do that, but I'm not going to. So country, best way to listen, or best music to listen to in the morning. I've got a couple facts on this. So it's not facts. I guess it's an opinion.
Facts.
I guess it's an opinion. I'm not gonna call it a fact.
All right.
It's the most like, and really think about this. It's the most like realistic music. They talk about like the most realistic things. So like rap, you're talking about just like killing people and like doing drugs. Like,
hey man,
like how often are people just killing people and doing drugs? Not as often as rap music portrays.
Yeah.
Like
at least the rappers aren't doing it.
Right. And the people on their commute to work aren't just like murdering and killing people. My favorite meme I've seen in a while is like me driving to my 9-to-5 job, listening to murdering people and doing drugs. So it's the most realistic, right? Also, it just like kind of gets you in like a good mood because what's better than boats and beers and just hanging out with some friends.
Boats and beers.
And then, talking about a little hunting, a little fishing. So that's always good.
Yeah.
Also, think about this. This is another thing to think about on country here. It's the only genre that can go from a love song to party music. Think about that.
I beg to differ.
Okay, so let's hear it.
Have you Have you listened to any Fetty Wap song?
I mean, like maybe one.
I mean, he has that one where he's like talking about wanting to see that girl, and then they go to a party, and you know.
Yeah, but how is he talking
That's a
about?
love song.
How is he talking about that girl though? That's I don't know what song you're talking about,
No,
but
I
I
don't.
can only assume that he's like, yeah, bring her back to the club, get her back to my room.
Hey man, I mean, to each their own. I mean, just because I don't want to take my girl like on like a country road to like West Virginia and go like fishing doesn't mean. I mean, I'm not saying I want to go find a girl in the back of a club either, but I'm just saying.
Right? So it's a more realistic love song, like Garrett. So yeah, I don't even start with rap.
And
to
also,
be a love song.
I know, and a better defense is really just like any like alternative song. Alternative songs can be like, or any kind of rock song, really. Rock can do it too. I mean, why not? I mean, I can't think of any specific examples, but like off the top of my head, because like the genre is like massive. But
let that just sink in. But you're on the way to work. What are you listening to?
not country, unless we're carpooling. But
Yep.
and then I have to listen to Lift Kits and Red Solo Cups and stuff of the such.
Nothing better, brother.
But I prefer to listen to, because like it depends on the season. I'll go with that.
Okay.
This is gonna get a little elaborate, but I'll keep it simple. In the fall, it's always rap music. Because it's just like, I don't know, the fall just like, it's just a good rap season for whatever reason. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
It's more like end of fall. Once it starts getting cold in fall, for some reason that makes me think of house parties. It makes me want to like listen to rap music.
All right.
And then all winter long is like a mixture between like a metal and rap. Very weird. Summer, always alternative.
But okay, so what's your defense though? I said
so
three great points.
So rap music, because it's got a good beat, so it kind of gets me like in like a mental like, you kind of like you're like dancing around to it, right? You're feeling it, and it gets me in like this like mental state of like grooving, right?
Sure.
And
Okay,
so
fine.
like a little bit, because the beats like kind of like, I like listening to like a little bit faster of rap and stuff like that. And some rap can be thought provoking. Now most can't. But like when you're listening to all the words and you're trying to like understand what they're trying to say, sometimes it can be semi thought provoking. So it brings it up. Now I'm not saying like Migos Stir Fry is thought provoking, but I mean some Eminem songs are a little bit better. For like lyrical reasons.
No, I can agree with that.
I'm not saying that one or the other is better. I'm just saying for lyrical reasons, I would say that some are better. And so it gets me in a mental groove. And so when I show up to work, I work in IT. Some people know this. And I'm crushing tickets. And like it just gets me in like a groove to be like each keystroke's like another beat, right? And so just like the keystrokes of my keyboard and like crushing tickets, all the keyboard shortcuts, and it's just like it's all like I'm playing a song, almost like piano. So why don't I listen to the classical music in the morning? Because it puts me to sleep. I like sleeping to classical. Anyways, this section of like metal stuff is because like by metal and rap, because rap pumps me up, metal pumps me up.
Yeah.
And not even the beat thing anymore, strictly just pump up, because like once it gets doom and gloom all winter long, you start losing some of your like excitement.
I can't agree with that.
And so like sometimes you just gotta listen to what pumps you up. And for me, that's rap and metal. That's what I listen to at the gym. That's what I have to listen to in the morning to get excited for my day sometimes.
Nothing better. I know it's not metal, but AC/DC, that gets me.
Yeah,
ready.
like
that gets
any
me
kind of
ready to
like
just crank.
quote unquote harder rock, which like some like, or Black Sabbath.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So
sure,
good.
Sure.
But summer, alternative all day, because you just got that warm weather. You got the air flowing through your hair, through the locks. I mean, I don't open the windows in the morning, but like, because I don't want to mess up my hair. But like,
that hair's not going anywhere with all that shit you put in there.
But like, I don't know, just the way that the summer and vibes are. I like listening to alternative, like happier type music that are just like really chill.
Yeah.
And,
I get that.
It just gives me chillax for the day. because then you kind of need to not be pumped up. If I'm pumped up in the summer, I'm not going to focus because I'm so pumped up about going outside. Because I can't really get pumped up about going into the snow during work during winter. So getting pumped up, I'm pumped up at work. If I'm pumped up at work in summer when I could be somewhere else, I'll be not focused. So I need to chill.
So now usually I would say something about critiquing you, right? That would usually be my horrible transition into critical candy.
Yeah.
However, this week, it's critical candy's going to take a little bit of a deviation from the usual critiques. Okay.
Away from the norm, eh?
Away from the norm. It's a little bit critical. However, it's critiquing myself. So if you guys remember, I went to Canada last weekend. Okay. And going into Canada, Katie was like super nervous. I was gonna say something stupid. Like she was like really nervous. I was gonna say something dumb and like get us like detained, right?
Yeah. Let's be clear. Eric says like gets like awkward in a lot of situations and just says the darndest things.
Usually it's situations. Well, I can either say stupid things if I'm trying to be funny, or like things when I'm like I know that there's an answer I have to say. Somehow I always mess up the answer. Like I'll be like at like Moe's or Chipotle and I like know what food I want to order and they're like black or brown beans. I'm like, oh shoot. There's an answer I have to say. I like black beans. Brown beans. Not what I wanted. But like I just like stress out. It's like I know the questions they're gonna ask, right? They're gonna ask why are you here, how long are you gonna stay, whatever. So, I'm not like nervous. Like I don't really care, but Katie's nervous because she's afraid I'm gonna say something stupid.
which is understandable.
Understandable, yeah. Going in, I didn't have a problem. They're like, how long are you gonna be here? Oh, a couple hours. We're just visiting, seeing the falls, classic. And then she asks, are you seeing anyone here? The first thing that pops in my mind is, say you're going to maybe meet some hot girls. I go, no. That was the answer I say. And then we're driving away. I told Kitty, I said maybe we'll meet some hot, I thought in my mind maybe we'll meet some hot girls. She's like, I would have killed you. I was like, yeah, this is not time to say jokes. On the way back, luckily, the guy was super nice because this time I totally botched it. So I give him we give him the cards. We both have enhanced license, so not passports, like just the license. We hand him the license, and he goes, all right, so we got Eric and Kathleen. Where are you guys from? In my head, I know we're going back to Rochester. So what do I say? I say we're from Rochester.
Oh.
We are not from Rochester.
No.
Nope, we're not from Rochester.
No.
We're from Baldwinsville. And he goes, interesting. Not what your IDs say. I'm like, yeah, we're going to Rochester. He goes, interesting. You guys are from Syracuse, staying in Rochester to come to Niagara Falls. Interesting. I go, yeah, there's nothing to do in Syracuse, so we went to Rochester. Then we realized there was nothing to do in Rochester, so we came here.
Oh.
He goes, I lived in Syracuse and Rochester. You're not wrong. Have a good day. I was like, oh my God. Thank God this guy was cool.
Well, I mean, you're such an idiot.
I'm such an idiot. He probably realized, this guy's so innocent. Look at this. He's just he's just basically like a man-child.
He's falling apart because I'm asking him where he lives. He's like, Rochester. We're staying there.
Oh my God, what an absolute nightmare. So that's self-critique. Just being an absolute idiot. Not being able to handle questions I know I need to answer correctly.
Yeah. And nothing makes you saying stupid stuff worse other than beers.
But, I might have been able to use a beer before we went through. It would have calmed me down. But, yeah, beers, definitely with some bros. Let's get it cranking. I'm, stressed just, thinking about that situation.
Yeah,
I actually, if that guy was not cool, we probably would have been detained. Because, none of my answers made any sense. Oh, my God. And not even I was lying.
You should have said Katie drive.
Yeah, but yeah, you're
She should have done the majority of the talking.
Why isn't the driver driving? He's too dumb to answer these questions.
He's drunk.
he's hammered.
Which is fine. It's not illegal to be hammered.
So anyways.
What are you drinking today?
What am I drinking? In the spirit of my Canadian story.
Well, you betcha.
Drinking a Molson. That was a terrible Canadian accent.
Yeah,
that was so bad.
Like, yeah.
Let's just not do that again.
We're really sorry about that, Abe, for anyone who's up there.
For all of our Canadian listeners, right? So we're drinking a Molson Triple X.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's scandalous, dude.
Super scandalous. Do
we really need ASMR in our... Oh, yeah. All right, Rick. So, you're having that beer. You're having the Triple X. A little scandalous here.
Triple X. 7.3 alcohol by volume. Jesus
Christ. I thought that was the rating. I was like, wow, that's high. What would you say it tastes like? It
tastes like the movie Triple X. Super bad at... No, I'm just kidding. Just like, I don't know.
Tastes like a normal cheap beer?
Yeah, like a normal cheap beer. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe like... slightly better because it's like Triple X. I don't know.
All right. Do you taste like the alcohol or like the higher content? Sometimes
I can definitely taste like higher content than like a regular Molson or like a Bud Light or like something of that variety. Definitely can taste it a little bit stronger, but like the taste, it's like not great.
Okay, so where would you drink it then? Or would you really drink it again?
I'd drink it again because I have a few more in the fridge. No, I mean, like I had a couple of these while I was watching football with the boys last week, so like I guess like that's
football with the boys.
Yeah.
All right.
Rating in general, I don't know, 4.5, 5. Not great. I don't know. It's not great, but it's not bad.
On the cheap beer scale, because I assume it's kind of cheap, right?
I didn't buy it. Katie's dad got it in Canada when they went 2 weeks before us. And then he didn't want it, so he gave it to me.
So this really nice beer brand, what would you rate it as a really nice beer that we're really thankful that you received?
Yeah, he didn't want it. So I don't think he'll be offended.
No, I'm playing.
Yeah, I mean, like same, like 4.5, 5, maybe like a 6.
Okay. On the cheap beer scale.
Yep.
6.
Let's crack open your guy there.
All right, so I'm drinking another Collective Art Brewing Company.
Real big supporter of the arts, this guy is.
Yeah. Well, my sister got me 2 points, so thought I'd try it. So this is Stranger Than Fiction Porter, and this picture is kind of interesting. It's like a guy in a suit, but instead of a normal head, it's a stoplight. Kind of weird. But
okay, cool.
Let's try her out. Now, to give a little bit of background on this one specifically is my sister. Now, she is not a beer drinker in general anyway, so she wouldn't really have even like a Bud Light or any kind of light beer, even if it was good, right? Like the Empire Skinny Atlas Light, like that's like a good light beer. And she was at the Wegmans talking to the brewer guy, and he was promoting it, and he was like, "Well, you should try the porter. Like it's really good, and a lot of people like it." She's like, "Well, it looks a little dark. Like I don't want it." And she tries it. And it's the only porter she's ever had that she wasn't like, what? So, must be pretty good.
That is a dark boy.
Oh.
What's it taste like?
Wow, that's interesting. Because it's not as like heavy as a normal one, but like it also has all like the good. So it kind of like took out like some of the bad that like some people don't like in porters and kind of just added only the good.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. For sure.
I would drink this I would drink one with like a dinner that like it would pair with, and then also
makes sense.Maybe
out, but like I'm not gonna drink a lot of these. These are like a very very casual type thing.
Yeah, for sure. You're not just gonna
because you're not slugging these. These are a 2 beer max.
Rating in general.
I would say in general overall, I'd say this is actually pretty good. So I would probably say like 7.5.
Ooh.
Rating in Porterland, I mean, depends on like what you. I mean, there's some like mean flavors in some porters that like a lot of people love, and that's like kind of definitive to a porter. But this one doesn't really have it as much. It's not as harsh, so I'd rate it pretty high. But I'm I would say 7.5 again.
Okay.
Maybe even an 8.
Ooh, we'll give it an 8. We'll give it an 8 to vary
Yeah.
it up a little bit. All right, cool. So that's Brews the Bros this week. Rick with an E, of course, gets just a mediocre beer, and Garrett
Gets another good one.
has another good one.
I only drink good beers on this podcast, and actually Eric has some good beers that he doesn't like that I like, but like the peg leg.
The one porter I brought in here you like.
Was it a porter or was it a?
Yeah, no, it was a porter.
Yeah.
No, it was
It was a stout, wasn't it?
yeah, you're right. It was a stout. You're right.
It was a dark beer, and you got it confused because you just don't like dark beer in general. But
Yeah.
I like them hearty flavors.
Yeah, I'm just not a big dark beer fan for sure. You know, I just give what the people. I just try what the people give me. You know, this is like the second beer that I've actually gotten from other people. Third beer out of 8 weeks, I've gotten 3 beers from people. My brother-in-law, Matt, and then Katie's dad.
Maybe you just kind of need to make some of your like own independent decisions
No,
on your beers.
never.
All right, just keep getting donations from our fans. So I was getting in my car yesterday, late, of course. Yeah, I'm saying it publicly. I woke up late yesterday for work.
Yep.
And I was getting in my car, and it was like kind of like already a bad day. And this guy, no joke, I'm not making this up, is walking down the street. Like, this is really old guy wearing like this bright yellow raincoat. It wasn't raining. It was a beautiful sunny day.
Yeah, but he wanted to make sure people saw him.
And yeah, and he's walking his dog, and he like I just like kind of did like the classic like that's like half smile that you do like to people like in the hallway that you don't really need to talk to. But then he's like, "Hey, how's your day?" And you know, like I don't know why, but that just like it like cheered me up a little bit. It kind of like got me prepared for the day a little bit better than normal. And so, you know, he probably wouldn't have been as good in a mood if he didn't have his dog with him.
Probably.
Because he loves dogs, just the same as I do. So, jumping right into Garrett loving things. Garrett loves dogs.
Very good. Very good transition.
Now, what my Garrett loves this week is about is Garrett loves filmmaking.
Ooh.
Now, recently, with this break that I pretty much had, I like to call it a break because like I felt like I was on like a school break, right? But
Yep.
on my break, I did like the website, at the pre-work, not at, thepreworkfix.com. It's
Check
a
it
live
out.
website.
It's swag.
It's okay. It's pretty good. I mean, it's super basic, but I mean, it doesn't need to be special, right? It's for a podcast.
You also missed a comma in my paragraph, which I realized you just copy and pasted from my text. So
I did. I didn't read.
no, I know. That just made me think. I missed a comma. I'm not very good at writing things.
We can edit it.
All right, perfect.
After the podcast. But so I've been making the website, and then I was trying so hard to edit the footage from last week, but like it was in a
Failed again. We'll just move on from that.
Long story short, the codecs was wrong, and Premiere can't read that kind of video format.
Forget IT, I tell you.
But that's the nerdy side of things. Now, the thing is that like all this creating I've kind of done this last week, and kind of some inspiration from some of my like favorite YouTubers, and then some YouTubers that I've always liked but not really talked about or not really like watched fully like a lot, like Peter McKinnon, and like the whole, I would say the whole cinematography vlogging kind of niche on YouTube, which I really, really love because I like watching it because it like looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's kind of like makes me really, really want to create. And so I don't know what I'd create. I don't know if I'd create a cinematography vlog or anything, but I would love to just create film like I used to. So back in the day, now, okay, I shouldn't say I created the film because my friends are like really, really good with with their camera work and their editing and all that. And I really mostly just did acting, but I was still like there for some of the creative process of like, what are we gonna kind of do? Like I wasn't there like for all of that, but like, I was there for some of it and for helping with the cameras and helping with all the lighting, or maybe even being the guy who holds the boom mic. But like, even though like I didn't do like the full creative process, watching them do it like gave me enough like I feel like I'm doing this creative thing and doing all of that. But and helping them, assisting them where they needed it. But now, like, they're gone. One's in California and one's in Georgia, and they're both.
Wow, don't you know where your friends live?
I was distracted by your writing on your notepad.
Oh,
but like, so they're gone, so I can't really film with them anymore, and so I've just really recently wanted to get back into filmmaking, but having to do the full creative process is like new to me. So check my YouTube channel. I'm just kidding. I'm probably gonna be posting stuff, not promoting it, but just to say I completed something. Not in the
it's stuff you like. It's stuff you like to do.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like in the past, we've done. Like I used to do. I'm just gonna list like 3 things that we used to do like in the day. So like old Fire Arrow Productions, which is what we used to call ourselves, right? We did like a bunch of like military stuff because Beetle in his basement, shout out to your old house, had like guns on the walls, all airsoft, and like all these military things that his mom bought, and like we had so many good props, and we just did tons of military stuff because it was so easy.
Yeah.
Because we had the props for it.
It is. Yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily easy, quote unquote, but there's no dialogue. You don't have to worry about dialogue as much.
Right.
So action sequences, we could film it because they're really good at filming, and we had some cool scenes that we may have thought of doing, but we never ended up coming out because, editing's hard. But we had some pretty cool stuff, and that's old Fire Art Productions. Then we had New Age, which I like to call the New Age because we kind of changed our name to Film Apocalypse Productions.
Yep.
And we created maybe Nerdpocalypse, but because we have 2 channels. But we had Merkham, which is like a League of Legends like mockumentary, and I cry way too much in it, but it's funny.
You do cry a lot in that.
But I'd say it's worth checking out. It's so stupid. It's so silly. If you never played League of Legends, it might not be as funny for you, but it's fun just to make. I don't care if like Bessie Lou in like Australia thought it was funny. I care about, and we only post on YouTube, so it's easier for us to watch all as a group instead of having to rip like a DVD like we did in the day.
Right.
But we loved making it. Season 3, what? Should be coming out sometime. I'm not gonna say soon at all, but season 3, that was a major production. Over
Sometime it will come out.
that was like a whole week of my life, like not
That's
wasted,
right.
but
I forgot about that.
Yeah, there's people sleeping in my apartment. There was like a good like 9 people in my apartment like at all times for like a week. But basically, I just want to start creating again because I just miss it, and that was a lot of fun. It was stressful as hell over the summer when we did it, but
yeah,
I just want to just get back to it.
Yeah.
So my Garrett loves filmmaking, cinematography, and the drive to create, I guess.
Drive to create. Cool. Well, that doesn't really sound like wasted time, but it does sound like a lot of time. But you do waste time. But what do you waste your time on this week?
My wasted time is going to be kind of short, sweet, and to the point because I really didn't do too much this week. And I would say that the most wasted time spent that I can say I look back on, and the thing I spent the most time, and especially wasted this week, because it's not always actually real wasted, but this week it is wasted time, is napping. Because
you did nap a lot this week.
Like I don't know, first week back of getting at work, and my sleep schedule was so messed up all last week. I think my natural sleep schedule is stay up all night and then sleep like in the morning. Mm-hmm. And so like my brain's still trying to adjust back to normal stuff. Right. And so whatever. But I'd say my waste of time is sleeping. I feel as though like I was thinking about it this morning. Maybe it's a brain link between Sawyer and I. Still, my old roommate, because we have a brain link, right? And his schedule is working nights, and I think we have a brain link, so that's why I've been staying up late. Because whenever I'm on late, even on Saturdays when he's not working, I see him online. And then, like, once he goes gray, like, on there saying he's offline, I normally go to bed around that time. I get sleepy.
That's cute.
It's a weird little brain link thing. I was thinking about it this morning on my way to the bank, but...
That's cute. My wasted time this week, went to a New Year's party. So much food, got super fat. No problem.
I should have talked about New Year's party, yeah.
Man, that's all right. Cornhole. First win in cornhole. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh.
First even win in a set.
First real win.
Yeah, we got a win because the people forgot to submit the score, so they gave us the win. I wouldn't even count that. First actual win and first first set win too. We never even won a set.
Really?
Never had won a set.
Oh my God.
We swept the other team. It was a great feeling.
Oh my God.
The boys are back. The boys being me and Matt got our first win. We're on our way to a title in the Cornhole League.
Yeah, Duncan and I got crushed. That lady was dropping bags.
Yeah, she was so good.
She had 4 rounds.
She had three rounds of 4 cornhole.
Yeah, 3 rounds of 4 cornhole.
That's insane.
Which is absurd. And
like this old lady.
And whenever they were at 20 and she was like, oh crap, I can't get cornholes, and so she was missing the board, but. Second, Duncan would be like, oh, I'm going to get a cornhole so we can get some lead. She'd be like, oh, I can answer that. Dunk. Dunk. Every single time. And Duncan was crushing it, too. He was getting threes.
She was so good, though.
She was so good. But
Did you guys go 0-3 this week?
No, we went 1 and 2.
That's right.
We did win the first one because we were crushing it early. But once she got into her groove, and since we didn't rotate, she was just dropping bags straight into the hole.
Yep. Yeah, so my wasted time, not really that much this week.
Yeah.
Just getting back into the groove of work and whatever. However, we're back to me on the top 5.
Hell yeah.
And I wrote down notes so I don't self-rattle myself like week 1. Okay? This week's top 5 is top 5 villains from movies or TV shows.
Wow.
It's hard. I actually took a little bit of time doing it this morning. But maybe I can start jogging that memory of yours when I do my top 5. I'll rip my top 5 first. Okay?
Okay. Wow, this is going to be an interesting one.
It's interesting, right? I thought about, I was thinking, so how my brain works, it's all just all over the place. Right? Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I need a top 5 for this week. And then I'm just, thinking about movies and, what movies I like. Yeah. And I was like, oh, maybe top 5 movies? No, that's too, no. And I think we might have even done that. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And I was like, oh, top 5 villains. That's cool. So...
You're going to put Thanos in yours, aren't you?
No, I didn't put Thanos because that's an argument with itself. He is a villain. However, is he? He was just trying to help out humanity by, I don't know. That's a whole topic of conversation. That's a whole topic of conversation that we're not going to get into. So
yeah, that's a whole major political...
I left him out of top 5 because it's a whole debate topic that I don't want to get to in top 5. So, top 5, we will start with number 5, Bane from Batman. Yeah.
Where was he born?
In the dark. I was born in it. Molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was nearly a man.
We did a skit back in the day in old Fire Productions, and because we did this thing called Side Effects of Sugar, and so we did this thing. It was Bane was your driving test instructor, and it was.
Is that on YouTube? I gotta find it.
I think so.
That'd
be
hilarious.
It was really stupid.
Please find it and send it to me.
It was really stupid, but
so. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
So Bane, he's number 5. He's just really badass, super strong. He's not that smart of a villain. He kind of just came in with brute force. So that's why he's at number 5. Number 4, Palpatine from Star Wars. This dude just is like, I'm going to take over an entire galaxy because why the heckaroonie not?
Yeah,
and I don't know, he was in Senate and then came out and started his own thing. I don't know. Sure. We'll go him at 4. So actually, now looking at my notes, I'm going to switch up 2 and 3 here, okay? I'm moving Scar from Lion King to number 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Throwing a Disney villain in, kind of crazy, right?
Just to clarify, so is this most villainous villains, or is it favorite villain as however we could interpret a favorite villain?
I think it's however you want to interpret it.
Yeah.
So the reason I picked Scar, he straight up killed his brother.
Yeah, that's
right.
Fairly villainous. Yeah.
Right. You kill your own blood so that way you can be king. That's up there, man. You're pretty bad if you can kill your own brother just to be king. And then try and kill his nephew. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, you can't wait to be king.
Yeah, he could not wait to be king. He just killed the entire family.
Yeah. Did you know that? Did you ever watch that deleted scene where Scar actually sang the song first, and then that's where Simba?
Are you serious? Oh my god! I was that's actually hilarious.
Yeah, except what Pumbaa and wow, I don't know why.
Baton?
Whatever it was. It was actually two hyenas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're joking with me again. I got super excited again. God, I'm so gullible. So, number 2, speaking of just like killing family, doing anything you can. Well, side note. I think she did kill a family member too. Cersei Lannister, Game of Thrones.
Oh.
You're like, who's that?
I was like, the heck?
Yeah. She literally will do anything so her family is on top. She will kill anyone she wants. She's just so villainous. I could go on for hours about how evil she is. She's like the type of character that you hate just because of the things she does.
Yeah.
But then you have to like respect just like how smart she is, like that type of person. Okay. Now, number 1, favorite movie of all time. Took a picture with him in Canada when I was there. If you check out the PreWorkFix.com, that's my profile picture on there. The Joker from The Dark Knight Rises. That specific Joker. Because Heath Ledger, rest in peace, my man.
He's so good.
That was the best acting I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Even, I mean, what he did in the movie, like, I would say, like, some of the other top 5 of here might have had, like, more...
He made a pencil disappear.
Yes. But, like, no, he was smart because he just manipulated everybody, and just more so just the actor itself is why I think he's my number 1. That was the best acting. I even wore, maybe the camera can see it, maybe not. I wore Batman socks in spirit.
What a nerd.
Yeah, what a nerd, right? Wore Batman socks today. The Joker, by far, number 1. I love that movie. I love the Joker. I love Heath Ledger. Rest in peace, my dude. Let's get your top 5. Number 5. Here we go.
All right. So that's what his name is. I just want to write down this guy's name.
Couldn't remember his name.
Well, I could remember the movie and the actor, but I couldn't remember.
Gotcha.
And some of mine are going to be a little different than normal because they're not like, well, okay, they're definitely villains, right? But these are like types of movies where you love the villain,
right?
At least for
that's
some.
What
like
the Joker is. I love the Joker.
I guess that's true, but like this is.
I love Bane.
But no, like even deviating from that, like yeah, you might love those bad guys, and those are like, but they are in the movie the antagonists, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm talking.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm talking like where the antagonist and protagonist are almost the same character. Anti-heroes.
That's kind of how Cersei Lannister is. Some people, if you like the Lannisters, she's the protagonist.
Oh.
But like for me, she's the antagonist. So go ahead.
Okay, so my top 5 is going to be a little weird because I probably can't rank them like 1 to 5 or 5 to 1.
Sure.
They're kind of like all over the place, and plus like so many good villains out there. Like an honorable mention that of a movie I actually just watched recently that it's not on my list that I was kind of thinking about putting in there, but I didn't want to put I didn't want to put multiples of Al Pacino. But I would say Devil's Advocate, Al Pacino. Watch the movie. Don't need to spoil it, but he's definitely the antagonist. It's a bit of a mind f that like kind of messes with your head, and that's kind of like there's almost like a theme here with some of mine. But anyway, so number 5, I'm gonna put For number 5, I'm gonna put Scarecrow.
Oh,
with Batman.
We hit the whole trilogy now.
Yeah,
nice.
So Scarecrow's so creepy. Like that's pretty creep. And he's good, like, just messes with your mind. And playing the game, Arkham Asylum, whenever it was, like, a Scarecrow moment, it was kind of freaky. I mean, it was a little cheesy because, like, the boss battle wasn't hard. But it messed with you, right? And that's what's kind of cool. I like that kind of a villain.
You like the freaky villain. Okay,
yeah, freaky villain. This one's less freaky, but Al Pacino, Scarface.
Oh.
Tony Montana. Now...
Explain why you think he's a villain.
No. Like in the beginning, he's like, oh, okay, he's a guy from Cuba. He's just trying to make it. He's whatever, Tony Montana. So like, he's just trying to like make it right in America, and he goes to crime, classic Miami. But by the end, like, he, like, I mean, if you haven't seen this movie, then screw you, but by the end, he, like, kills his best friend.
Yeah.
For, like,
yeah.
is it, like, for, like,
Because
I think his daughter or something like that, or?
His best friend's dating his sister.
His sister, that's what it was, his sister.
Yeah.
And he, like, and she, like, loved him, and it was, like, a love thing, but he was like, oh, how you do it? And he kills.
You and my sister.
Yeah, and he shoots his sister, and then he's like.
No, he doesn't shoot his sister.
Or, I mean, his sister's, his best friend, I mean.
Yeah.
And, like, that, like, he just turns into such a villain by the end. And then, like, all of it. And now, like, that's what the whole story arc is supposed to be, is, like.
Right.
But.
No,
Tony Montana,
good
like,
choice.
That was a good, that was a good, like, person that you used to like, and then turned into hate. And
that's what I like so much about that movie. It's like, oh, nice. Oh my God, I hate this guy.
Yeah.
Good choice. I like your number 4.
Number 3, another protagonist that's also an antagonist.
Ooh.
Frank Underwood from House of Cards.
Never saw it, but I like your protagonist antagonist.
Because, like, he's like an anti-hero, because you're still rooting for him no matter how horrible of a villain he is, because he's, like, very corrupt and all that, and the political blah blah blah, but you still love him for some reason. You just still love him.
Cool.
And I find that interesting.
Yeah.
I was about to say inspiring, but that's not inspiring.
He's so inspiring.
It's definitely not inspiring. That's not the right word. It's just very interesting.
Yeah.
Number 2, this is a little bit closer, but it's also a spoiler, closer in time of recentness. But Altered Carbon, his sister.
You ruined it for me.
Nah,
you know I look up spoilers anyway,
yeah.
so.
Kind of just the fact that you didn't realize that his sister was, like, a bad person until, like, almost near the end, and she's, like, actually the main antagonist, and she's been causing all the stuff that is going wrong and doing all the things, and
All right, shut up.
it's very interesting, like, how that all kind of happened, and I find that, I don't know, I just thought it was cool how she became the evil person, and it was very, like, maniacal evil plan, and it was very planned, and, like, it was evil. It was very villainous, and I enjoyed that, so it was good. My number 1, this one's going to be a little weird.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. It's from the movie Snowpiercer.
I never saw that.
It was on Netflix, at least.
Yeah.
It could not be anymore.
It was on my to watch.
Wilford, the main bad guy. He's the guy who, very, very, 2-sentence description of what this movie is. The world is over. Wilford owns a train that will never stop running because of the way he built it, and it'll run forever, and it has all the living people on the earth.
Where's the track? Like, where's it going?
He built it right before the world ended.
Okay, sure.
Long story short.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Okay.
And he's, like, so evil, right? Because he has the people who are living in, like, the poor trains who are literally eating, like, bugs. And, like, they think it's real food, but it's really just cockroaches blended. And then, like, just the amount of, like, they're, like, the poor people are trying to move to the front of the train, and all of them are dying because, like, he's just killing them all. And they would take all the children out of those people, all the poor people, like, the main populace of the train, taking all the children, and he makes them work on the train because, like, as it will run forever, some of the parts won't. And so they need to, like, fix parts, but the crawl spaces to get to the parts are so small.
Okay.
And something I find interesting about this movie, which obviously it's not true, but it's a little bit of a conspiracy with this movie on that it's actually a sequel to Willy Wonka. And that
I think I saw that online somewhere.
yeah, I was telling you about it, like, forever ago.
Yeah, that's right.
And the reason why the small crawl spaces is because Oompa Loompas, but since they're all male, they died out. And Wilford is Charlie, and he created and all the amazing technology of it lasting forever is because Willy Wonka, you know, all the kind of magic, kind of not. And then, like, they had, like, explanations for, like, all the bad people.
That's hilarious.
And, like, there's, like, a guy with, like, can shoot guns, like, really well. And they say it's like the kid, the TV kid. And, like,
that's so funny.
And so, like, I don't know, I find that very interesting, and so, like, I almost love it a little bit more because of that video I saw on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, quick recap. Scarecrow, Scarface, Tony Montana, Frank Underwood, Altered Carbon, the guy's sister, Raylene or something like that, and Snowpiercer, Wilford.
Recap my top 5. 5, Bane. 4, Palpatine. 3, Scar. 2, Cersei Lannister. Number 1, and always will be number 1, the Joker.
Yeah, played by Heath Ledger.
Played by Heath Ledger. Oh, that Joker.
But also the cartoon by the guy who played Luke Skywalker.
New Joker coming out. That could be interesting.
Oh, that could be interesting.
The Joker,
too.
the movie.
Oh.
That could be interesting. Yeah, that could be interesting.
Is that by Joaquin Phoenix? Is that?
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That'll be good.
Yeah,
he's such a good actor. Can't wait.
I love the movie Her that he did. So good.
So just like we just wrapped up our top 5, let's wrap up this podcast. Garrett, what do you got for us? Wrap it up for me, baby.
So let's really just ring it back in. Favorite music genres to listen to on the way to work?
Country.
Rap.
Rap, depending on the season.
Rap, rock, or
alternative. And Eric almost got detained at the border.
I love filmmaking. Do you get yourself a triple X?
If you want to, it's only okay.
It's high. It's high. It's high in
sure.
percentage, and it's whatever. Support these artists, man. Get these Collective Arts Brewing Company. Not even just the porter, not even just the IPA. Get all of them. Try them out.
All of them.
The cans are cool. Like you can put the cans on display when you're done.
And then just like they created something cool there. Garrett likes to create.
And
Eric won at cornhole. That's cool.
All right, whatever, dude. I'm salty because I lost.
Okay, that's fair.
But really, just to say one or two things. Check out the website, thepreworkfix.com.
No W's. Just the preworkfix.com.
Just thepreworkfix.com. Don't need for the W's. It's not the World Wide Web. We're not on the line anymore, okay? Thepreworkfix.com. Check it out. Check out all of our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube channel. YouTube, I'm hoping
Don't set a promise.
that it's working. I'm not going to promise nothing because you know what happens when you promise? Well, normally you should get it done, but I didn't. Hope you guys have a good work week next week. This has been the Pre-Work Fix. Peace out.
Catch you later, nerds.
See you, nerd.